What's going on, guys? Rob with 3STRONG here. Today I'm in front of the whiteboard going to talk about Tabata. I'm sure some of you have probably heard this term, and I'm going to talk about what it is in its purest form, what the original study found and what that protocol is, and then how you can modify it to make it work for you. Because honestly, you know, despite all the purists out there saying, oh, you know, if you don't do Tabata in this way, the original way that it was meant to be done, then you're not doing Tabata. Well, they don't call it Tabata, just call it intervals. I don't really care. But the original study was done on speed skaters, and the coach, Dr. Tabata, wanted to find out how he can improve aerobic endurance by having a shorter volume workout but higher intensity. And the cool thing was he actually found that the sprint intervals, the really fast intervals, not only increased their speed, their explosiveness, but it also improved their aerobic capacity, so their ability to sustain longer bouts of exercise. That's awesome. That's really good information for you guys, and it really kind of backs up what I've already been talking about in some of my videos on that higher intensity is really the most bang for your buck. It keeps everything short, keeps it a little bit more intense, which is more challenging, a little bit harder, but you know what? You guys are up to it. You know, quit being such a baby. But anyway, the protocol, 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. And that's a total time of about 4 minutes. I think it's a little bit less taking off that last rest interval. But you do one thing that's really intense, something like, you know, sprinting uphill on a treadmill, or doing burpees or jump squats, or, you know, doing some sort of thruster kind of movement, you know, any full body movement that gets your heart rate up, something that really gets the heart rate pumping, and you're going to get the most out of that workout in terms of just overall anaerobic, aerobic, cardiovascular fitness. This is Tabata in its purest form, but there are other workouts that we've seen where, you know, you can combine 2 intervals. So essentially you do 16 rounds of this, or you add in a third exercise and you do 3 rounds of this, which would be 24, and then you add in an extra one, and then you have, you know, 32 rounds. However you want to break it up, but I highly recommend that if you do one exercise, if you're just going to do one 8-round Tabata, that you pick something that's incredibly challenging, you know, such as burpees, such as sprints, something that's really going to get your heart rate up in a very short amount of time. Sorry, push that button. And if you do anything longer, since this is really, really demanding, you need to pick something that's probably going to be a little bit lower on the intensity scale. So I would go with, you know, say you do 2 rounds. You know, the first one, you do, say, burpees. Just a killer full body conditioning movement. And then the next one, let's just say jump squats. And so you can either do the full 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and of the burpees, and then you rest for a little bit, and then you do another full 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of the jump squats, you know, and just 4 minutes of each of those, and you're going to be toast. Muscles going to be burning, lungs are going to be burning, all that great stuff. Or another cool thing is if you want to do these 2, instead of doing all 8 rounds of one and then all 8 rounds of the other one, every single round, so 20 seconds of burpees, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of jump squats, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of burpees, and so you alternate back and forth. And granted, this is the original protocol. So if the 8 rounds are really hard, maybe you do 6 rounds of it first. You know, maybe you do 6 rounds of the burpees and then 6 rounds of the jump squats. You can make it work for you, but go out there, pick, you know, one movement, really, really challenging, and try the 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. There are actually plenty of apps, timing apps out there online that you can get to be able to set those intervals. Most of them already have the pre-programmed Tabata interval in there. It's that popular now. But give it a shot, test it out, and if you want quick cardio, that's it right there. I will see you guys tomorrow.